Hey guys, what is going on? My name is BlueSpartan. Today we're going to be talking about hardpoints in COD World War II. Specifically how to win more games to get more score so you can rank up faster. Real quick before we start getting into the tips, I want you guys to see my stats for Hardpoint to show you guys my credibility on this topic, to show that my system that I use is very effective when it comes to getting a lot of score and getting those wins. So looking on the leaderboards for Hardpoint at this current time, I am ranked 1,807th in the world with a 483 score per minute. And if you look over to the right, you guys can see that I have 407 captures and 107 defends, so that really just proves that I'm constantly on the hill. I usually have anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes, and I'm also getting a lot better at hardpoint, so my stats are just going up. I'm sure I'll be able to break top 1,000 within a week. But enough of that. I'm not trying to show you my stats to flaunt or anything, I'm just showing you that I know what I'm talking about. And by the way guys, this video is mostly for people that play by themselves or only run with maybe one or two friends at the most. Because obviously if you're playing with a full squad with people that know what they're doing, they're going to get wins a lot more often. But if you guys are just playing by yourself, or like I said with a couple friends, then this is what this video is mainly for people like you. So the first thing we're going to go over is your division. Now, the number one division that you want to use when you're playing hardpoints is you want to use armored, because you want to get on the objective, you want to be aggressive and try to get as much time as possible on that hill. You can't worry about your KD. If you worry about your KD, then you're going to end up playing more for kills, and then the score is going to suffer for your team if you're not putting all your effort into the objective. You don't want to be that guy in a random corner of the map when the hardpoint is miles away. You just don't want to be that guy. You want to be playing by the hill or on it, and that's why you need armored, because everybody uses lethals in this game. This isn't a pick 10 system where you could substitute your grenades for like an extra attachment or perk. Everybody's stuck with a lethal or non-lethal, and most people use the frag grenade or the sticky grenade. It's just the most commonly used. So when you're rocking armored, when it's fully ranked up level 4, I have it at level 3 right now because it just prestiged it like yesterday, but when you get to level 4, what will happen is you'll turn into a tank. You'll be able to absorb so much damage from grenades, shell shock, tactical equipment, fire damage. I mean, you'll just be a tank. This is so crucial when you're playing hardpoint. So make sure to get that to level 4 if you guys don't have that ranked up already. So now let's look at the gun you're going to want to use, and with this class, with this setup, you're going to want to use the submachine gun. I'll show you another class setup that you could run with an assault rifle if you guys prefer using ARs, but with this class I would definitely try out submachine guns. In my opinion, the PPSH and the Thompson are the better submachine guns that you would want to use. They kill pretty quick. The recoil isn't too bad. Thompson's a little harder to control, but if you guys can learn to control the recoil, the Thompson is just a monster up close. On this specific class, I have quick draw, grip, and advanced rifling. That's one of my favorite setups. And then the other class I have is a Tommy gun class. I have the quick draw, advanced rifling, and extended mags. These two classes are my absolute favorite to run when I play hardpoints. Now, for your basic training, you're gonna want to run primed. Primed is amazing in this game. It gives you less flinch, which is absolutely critical when you're in a gunfight with somebody else that's using primed, because if you get into a gunfight with someone using primed and you don't have it, you'll lose it almost every single time. The flinch is so bad in this game. Your secondary doesn't really matter. The machine pistol, in my opinion, is probably the best when you're playing hardpoint. And then your lethal, you definitely want to try to use a sticky grenade. It's just a lot quicker. You don't have to spend time cooking it. It's way more accurate. I know it doesn't have as much damage as the frag grenade does, but it's just so much more accurate, and if you can just place those perfectly, you can knock people off head glitches and off the hard point real easily. So these two classes are my favorite classes. They're my go-to when I'm playing hardpoints, but sometimes some of the maps get a little bit more open, and there's longer distances you have to shoot from, and you might want to use an AR. And so for that setup, this is the gun, this is the class that I would use for that. So with this setup, I do use the infantry division. You guys probably know all the perks you get with it. I use the bar because it's so good at those medium and short ranges. I mean, this thing can outgun a submachine gun, so when you're playing hardpoint and you're probably more close quarters combat, the bar is absolutely amazing in those type of situations. I'm running quick draw, grip, and a reflex on it, pretty standard. And then in the basic training, I know I said how important primed was, but if you're going to be on the hard points and you're going to be up a little bit closer than you normally would be, then hunker is definitely the option to go, because this here will, you kind of get the best of both worlds between armored, because you'll take less explosive damage with this on. And if you guys don't know how to get hunker, you have to prestige the armor division, which isn't too hard. Just get to level 4, rank that up and prestige it. You'll get hunker, and then you won't be as big as a tank you would be with armored, but this is for people that maybe want to use an assault rifle like I do sometimes. So there's what my classes look like, guys. If you don't have some stuff unlocked, take the time to unlock it. I'm telling you, it's worth it. So I would say your divisions is probably one of the most important factors to being successful in Hardpoint, but another really big thing is having map knowledge. And Hardpoint is probably one of the most skillful game modes out there. You have to know a lot. You can't just, like in Domination, you literally just, you see where the 3 flags spawn every game. There's always one in your spawn, one in the middle, and then one on the other side of the map. It's pretty simple. Hardpoints, you don't know where they're at the beginning of the game. You only can see the first hardpoint, and then they move. So you have to know the rotations, and you usually have to be by the next hardpoint 20 seconds before the old one moves. You have to have that area locked down and make sure you get the spawns for your team, so it's very, very skillful. So if you guys are using the classes I just suggested and you know the rotations, you guys are going to kill it in Hardpoint. Now the last thing I want to talk about is your score streaks. So when you're playing a fast-paced game mode like Hardpoint, you're going to want to use score streaks that you can call in quick and not waste a ton of time in. And so the score streaks that I like to run in Hardpoint are the recon aircraft, counter recon aircraft, and the Mortar Strike. The recon aircraft, self-explanatory, you want to see where the other team's coming from. Counter that's so important when you're playing, because in Hardpoint it's 100 points per kill, and it's even more if you're on the hardpoint. And people get UAVs like crazy, so it's really good just to have that counter ray destroy your enemy's UAV. And then the last one I like to use is the Mortar Strike. The Mortar Strike is a lightning strike from like the previous Call of Duties like Black Ops 3. You get to pick 3 locations on the map where you can send mortars to. This is a super quick kill streak. You literally just pick the 3 locations and the mortars are almost instantly launched to those positions. I always like to keep a Mortar Strike handy in case the other team gains control of the hardpoint. It's really good for clearing it out. These kill streaks aren't too hard to get, and I get them quite often when I'm playing, so I definitely recommend this setup. So with that said, guys, I think that about wraps up today's video. I think all these tips here will help you guys play better. Like, don't pick the armored class but you only have it like level 1 and then start complaining saying, you know, my setup sucks. You gotta get that to level 4. You gotta rank the stuff up and get everything that I mentioned, because it all plays in together and it stacks up. And then once you have everything unlocked, you honestly will feel the superiority over your opponents. This has been BlueSpartan. I hope you guys enjoyed the tips, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.